Hey, Jeff, you missed your memorial service. You would have loved it. It was great. Everyone seemed to have a great time. I got a chance to see the other people in your life that you knew and that worked with you, and came up with the same conclusion. Everybody hated you. No. Everybody that knew you just liked you and loved you, and we really miss you. But we'll be seeing you soon. So keep an open spot for us, and we'll check you out soon. Love you. Miss you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Eyal, and Jeff and I worked together at First Met. Jeff was really the ultimate connector between people. The guy who just you couldn't but love. I remember one time when he came over to my parents' house for a holiday meal. We live in Israel, and we celebrated a Jewish holiday. And within maybe 15 or 20 minutes, all my nephews and nieces and my own children were around Jeff. Now remember, they speak Hebrew, not English, most of them, except for my kids. But still, no language barrier. They just loved the man from the moment they met him. So this was Jeff, and we really miss him a lot.
My name is David Bennett, and I work with Jeff at Event, and also appear to Bennett just a little bit. I'd say I've been thinking about this, and there's so many stories about Jeff that I would like to say and talk about. One of the things that I would like to say about Jeff that was my friend was that he was something to everybody. Everybody who met him, myself included especially, there's something about him that made you want to be like him in some way. And that's kind of my main thing when I think about Jeff is how would Jeff do it? And he normally would get it right on, and we'd knock around ideas, and he was just a good man to be with and a good mentor. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Gary Untide, and I'm Jeff Henk's son's brother-in-law. And my first time I ever met Jeff Henk was when we were eating Italian food, and he told me that spicy foods release the same amount of endorphins as sex does. And those were one of his first words to me, and that really gave me something to think about, is how open and how loving he really is. And I'll never forget how he guided me through every strange menu at every different restaurant, and how he's just a great friend and a great person.
Hello, my name is Richard. I know Jeff only for a short time of periods, so I met him in March 2007. And everyone of MPV Truma and myself really loved him. He is just such a great guy. And the story I have to tell you is the story of Oktoberfest. Jeff really loved the Oktoberfest, so at that special day I gave him some leather trousers from me, a traditional Bavarian dress, and together we went to the Oktoberfest, and we have had such a great time together. We celebrated all night long, and I enjoyed it. That's a great deal. So Jeff was not only professional in working, he also was very professional in celebrating. So I really miss this guy, and everyone of MPV Truma loves him. So it was a great time. Thanks.
Chris Smith. My brother Jeff was his father-in-law. And I have so many great memories of Jeff, but I think the one that we remember most was most recently, in November of last year, we were in Zion, and we were driving this long and windy road, and Jeff was always somebody who I thought was just a big kid at heart. And so my brother challenges the car to say, well, who's going to stick their head out the window and yell the loudest? You know, so we're thinking, all right, nobody's going to do this. Well, the first person, of course, that sticks their head out the window is Jeff. And we all kind of give him this look like, only Jeff would be the first person to stick their head out the window first and yell at the top of their lungs. Not even Kyle did it, and his grandson. So, you know, Jeff, we're going to miss you, and I know that you're with God now, and we love you, and we're never going to forget you. Thank you.
Hey, Jeff. I think you are half year now already up there, and you probably managed to get an internet line, and you will see that next week in YouTube. So thanks for everything for the last couple of years working together with you. all the stuff you teach me about presentations and what we do together was just unbelievable. And I really miss you, boy. So, yeah, see you sometime. And keep a table at the bar open for me. Okay, bye.
Okay, my name is Chris Oken, and I met Jeff and Stephanie when our children went to school together. Actually, Justin wasn't even in school yet. Kristen, Hank, and my daughter Laura Oken, who were friends in school. From there, we met Jeff and Stephanie and, of course, loved them. So many fun and great memories, one being that they bought our house on Highland Heights Lane when we were building in Hidden Meadows in Escondido. Stephanie had just graduated from chiropractic college, and they wanted to move down to Escondido, so it worked out perfectly. We didn't have a realtor. We just did a good deal between the four of us. Excuse me. I'll always remember Jeff being so kind and so patient with kids. And my daughter Laura once said to me when she was just probably in second grade, "Mom, I love Dad, but I'd love to have Jeff Henk as a dad also." So I thought, well, what a legacy to his grandkids regarding how patient and kind he is.
I'm Liam Farrell from the UK, and I guess I met Jeff originally some time ago, probably in Puritan Bennett, but I came to know him properly over the last few years working with Versamed. I don't really have any specific funny stories, but I just have, my treasured memories with Jeff have been as a fellow traveller. Fate threw us together, and we spent a lot of weekends together in Israel. Really, not really doing anything specific, just goofing around, just drinking wine, bobbing and jumping in the sea, and just generally just hanging out together. But then, always in the following week, sitting down and trying to devise ways of how we could do it better the next time. So that was, that's really the treasured memories I have with Jeff.
Hi, this is Wayne Rolstad, and how I met Jeff was at Sharp Hospital when he was a Siemens sales rep and I was a respiratory therapist there back in the early 80s. And then ended up that Jeff left Siemens and went to work for Puritan Bennett, and he was instrumental in my career in a lot of ways at a lot of junctures. But he got me out of the hospital and got me a job in his department called Sales Development back in May of 1989. And we have literally traveled the world together many times over, and I just couldn't begin to think of, there's so many stories, but one story that's really funny is Jeff came to Ireland when I was living there, and he brought to Ireland for me Mission Hill tortilla chips and chachi salsa, and he got to the house that I lived in and at like 8 in the morning and sat all the salsa down and the chips, and my daughters, who were 6 and 9 at the time, were so excited. They ran in circles around Jeff and I, screaming, "Yay, yay!" They were so happy that Jeff came and brought all this good California food, but that's one of dozens and dozens of stories. He was a really, really great person, and, we're going to miss him, and, I can't think of very many other people in my life that that aren't in my family. I feel like he's my brother, and so I did love Jeff, and always will. Thanks.
This is really bad. I mean, really, I hate ketchup as much as. Okay, Jeff, this is for you. It's fancy ketchup, although I think that's an oxymoron. Okay, here it goes. Ew. Okay, Jeff, thank you. See you a little bit later.